Hi, this is the delicious bug. The delicious bug. It was a quiet and peaceful day in the forest. The beaky bird was feeding berries to her babies. The lemurs were munching on leaves. The tomato frog was catching bugs. Or at least he was trying. The chameleons, Willie and Wally, were experts at bug catching, and often they shared. They were hanging out by the pond when an especially plump and delicious-looking bumblebug flew by. Willie and Wally smacked their lips. Lunch, said Willie. Yum, said Wally. And then a rare thing happened. Kerblap! They both caught the bug at the same time. The two good friends started to laugh. How amusing, Willie sputtered. It was hard to speak with his tongue sticking out. Quite amazing, really, Wally slobbered. Now would you mind letting go? Willie was surprised. But I saw it first. You did not. Did too. Did not. Did too. Did not. Did tooth. Not tooth. They went back and forth like this for a while, and as they did, they got more and more annoyed. Willie gave a little tug, and so did Wally. Before long, they were pulling each other back and forth around the forest, over an anthill, under a tortoise, past a family of shrews, and right up a tree. An even plumper and juicier bumblebug came along, but they weren't interested. Look, they're saying, I must keep holding on. I mustn't let go. Willie and Wally were getting very angry. They tried to stare each other down. They snarled ferociously. They puffed themselves up and made scary faces. Just back off, slobber face. Why don't you back off? Dragon lips, crinkle tail, skunk cabbage. By now, all the animals in the forest were watching. This had become embarrassing. The two chameleons were furious. First there was a slap, then a pulled tail, and soon it was a full-scale battle. They became a whirlwind of fists and feet, punching and kicking, pinching and scratching. Then they started throwing things. The chameleons were so hopping mad that they completely forgot about the bug. Suddenly, it escaped. Willie and Wally froze. Their bulging eyes searched frantically in all directions. There, just below them. As they scrambled to get the bug, Willie and Wally lost their balance and down they tumbled. Straight towards the jaws of two hungry crocodiles. Just in time, Willie grabbed hold of a branch and of Wally. The crocodiles opened their mouths wider. Willie and Wally had to act fast. Yum, lunch. You take the blue one, and I'll take the green. Wally had an idea. He started to swing back and forth, higher and higher, until they were swinging as high as they could. Then he gave the word, and Willie let go, sending them flying through the air. Huh? They landed safely in a clump of leaves. Phew! The chameleons felt very foolish. How stubborn they had been. Willie turned to Wally. You can have the next bug, Wally. That's okay, Willie. You can have it. They said they were sorry and shook tails. Friends again. Slap me 5, buddy. Sure, pal. They're slapping their tails. Just then, the bumblebug returned. It gave one last feeble flutter and fell from the sky, landing right in front of the tomato frog. The frog rubbed his webbed feet together with glee. He sang, "I am one lucky duck." He was just about to eat the bug when he had a great idea. The frog laid a table with his finest dishes in silver. In the center, on a bed of water lettuce, he placed the bumblebug. He then invited Willie and Wally for dinner. When they were seated, the frog divided the bug and put a share on each plate. "This bug's on me," he declared. They enjoyed it together and all agreed. This was the most delicious bug they had ever eaten. Yummy, divine, delish. After that, Willie and Wally did their best to patch things up. 1,000 pardons. A little to the left, a bit more to the right. And before long, the forest was once again a green and peaceful place. The end. So that was The Delicious Bug by Janet Perlman. This story is about Wally and Willie the chameleons and the day they fight over a bug. They fight over who gets to have the bug and eventually realize the importance of their friendship and sharing. I feel this would be a book best suited for grades K to 4. The publisher actually recommends this story for children ages 3 and up. I like the grades K to 4 because I really feel that this book would be best suited for that age because sharing and being a good friend is really important. But again, you can certainly modify the story for younger grades. You might just have to take more time to kind of go over the pictures and stop and pause and reflect on the thought bubbles and the speech bubbles that are happening in the story as well. This story does support the Ontario language expectations, specifically knowledge and understanding and thinking skills. You can also tie this story into science and the study of living things. The follow-up activity you could do with this book, review the book with the class, ask questions such as, how does their fighting make the other animals in the marsh feel? What causes Willie and Wally to stop fighting over the bug? Why does the frog decide to share with Willie and Wally, etc.? Ask them, what's their favorite part? There's a lot that you can really get into. It's quite a lengthy story as well, so there should be a lot that you can discuss. After the discussion, hand out photocopies of the dinner plate activity. Then you can ask the students to create a meal they would like to share with their friends. So just like the plump bumblebug did in the story, have the students make their dinner something delicious. It could be real or something imaginary. And be sure to tell the students to make enough on their dinner plate to share with all of their friends and encourage them to be creative. Thanks for watching.